And I really realized the great impact of working through pain, forcing ourselves or tapping into it, working through that gratitude. Not only does it help us then, it hyper helps us after the pain passes. Hello, and thank you for joining our podcast, Hope to Recharge, a show that is designed to bring hope, inspiration, motivation, and some practical tips to those that are battling depression and anxiety, and to those that are supporting loved ones that are going through the journey in this difficult time of depression and anxiety. I'm here to tell you, you are not alone, and we will live beyond depression and anxiety. We will share our stories, one story at a time. In a world of mental health, together is better. I'm your host, Matana. Thank you for tuning in. Hello and welcome to Hope to Recharge Attitude of Gratitude Thursday. Thank you for returning to my podcast. Thank you for choosing my podcast. Everybody's so busy and there's so much content out there. There is so much to listen to, so much to grow from. And I'm actually honored that you took the time to choose my episode to listen to wherever you are now. I really appreciate it. And if you are a newcomer to our podcast, welcome. Each and every one of you is a diamond for me. I appreciate every single person here, every listener, every comment, every person that tries to give me ideas. I get so many ideas from my listeners and I get inspired from my listeners. I feel like sometimes I'm really growing from this podcast more than I ever thought that I can possibly give from my experience, my personal experience in mental health. So each and every one of you is helping me grow, helping me in my journey, helping me tune in, focus more, and I really appreciate it. Really, really, really appreciate it. On Thursday, we talk about gratitude. Last Thursday, I spoke about gratitude through pain. How do we tap into gratitude even though when it's really hard, even though when it's dark and bleak or feels like bleak, or sometimes we just don't feel like being grateful. We feel like being moody and upset, and that's okay. By the way, it's really, really important to feel whatever we're feeling. And if we're not in the moment of feeling gratitude, that's okay. But we can give ourselves the amount of time that we're going to be in that moment of non-gratitude, and then we shift into gratitude through pain. And I want to tell you what came up for me after working through gratitude in pain. So first of all, as you know, last week, it shifted everything. My whole positive energy came back. I was able to really give myself the ability to live the now and not get sucked into that pain, to have some more clarity, to give myself a little bit air to breathe. And it was really helpful to get through the day. What happened was afterwards, after that pain was over, when success started happening with that pain, or the pain was shifting, or I saw light at the end of the tunnel, whatever you want to call it, and whatever you're going through at that time. What happened for me was when things were feeling great in my heart and in my body, the gratitude that I was normally experiencing was on a higher voltage. So anything that I was grateful for before it happened, before this painful episode happened, was a nice gratitude. Then the pain happened. Then I worked through gratitude through pain. And then the post-pain gratitude is on a much higher level. Everything seems so much better because you realize that you overcame something. You realize that nothing lasts forever. And then you realize be in the now when the now is so good. Be in the now and take it in. And there's just something so special about that. On Friday, my son had a much better day. We did our meditation. He went through school on a wonderful day. He really, really turned a corner. I turned a corner. We decided together that we're going to turn a corner. Whoever is tuning in now, last week we spoke about gratitude through pain. My son, my baby, my 2-year-old had a hard time in school, and I was having a hard time through him going through the pain in school, and I worked with gratitude. Go back to last week's episode and listen. And it gave me energy to come back to the now, to not be sucked into the pain. But afterwards, when I turned the corner, when he turned the corner, everything that happened, nothing related to that pain. Nothing related to that episode. Everything. A kid smiled in my house. I was super grateful. I went into the supermarket and everything went smoothly. I was super grateful, which usually I would be maybe grateful. I wouldn't even notice it, but suddenly I was hypersensitive, as if like somebody was shining a bright light of gratitude of everything in my life. And I really realized the great impact of working through pain, forcing ourselves or tapping into it, working through that gratitude. Not only does it help us then, it hyper helps us after the pain passes. And then everything looks just phenomenal, even though it's just normal and the regular day to day, which is pretty phenomenal sometimes. And before didn't feel so phenomenal, but it just puts it on a new light. Everything just looks better. And your gratitude is hypersensitive. And the feeling that you get is one of the best feelings that you have. And I want to just share something with you. My 11-year-old son went away for the weekend. He went away to his friend. He came back on Saturday night. And right before he went to sleep, he said, "Mommy, you're very happy today. What happened? What's different?" And it was like late at night. I was exhausted. I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah. You're just joking about everything. You're happy. You're not tense." Usually I could be very tense late at night and get everybody into bed fast. He's like, you're just happy. And I smiled and I'm like, it's all about the gratitude. It's all about the gratitude. And by the way, when your kids pick up on vibes, listen to the positive and the negative. It's hard to hear the negative. It's hard when they're like, "Oh, mommy, you're so snappy," or "Oh, mommy, why are you this?" "Oh, mommy, why are you that?" But when they give you a compliment about something that you're working hard on, it really goes far. So listen to it and notice the waves. And for me, I noticed that when I'm in gratitude, I'm in a much better place, peaceful place in my heart with whatever is going around me, with whatever the noise is, it's just better. So I thought I would share that with you. I call it the post-pain experience of gratitude. The post-pain, it just becomes better. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And I want to ask for a favor, a big favor from each and every one of you that can help me. Since this is a gratitude episode, I want to ask you to take 30 seconds of your time, 30 seconds, and say thank you to anybody in my staff that's helping me create this podcast. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of different human beings, a lot of different minds, tremendous amount of passion. And I am so grateful to everybody that is helping me out. And I want to show them that you are also grateful. And if you can send us a little note, either on my website, hopetorecharge.com, or Hope to Recharge Community. Come in there and you can PM me if you want to be anonymous. A lot of people still want to be anonymous. You can go on iTunes and leave a review. That would be the best. It helps us all. And by the way, when we leave reviews, our show becomes more seen and more people that are looking for anything on the topic of mental health, depression, anxiety, or gratitude. We will be more public and we can spread the awareness on mental health and help others that are struggling. So if this podcast helped you, let's help others find this podcast. So you can leave a review. You can leave a comment. I'm always posting right before I post the episode or right after I post the episode. I'll tell you where you can find it on social media. So there's on Instagram, on Facebook. So you can post after you listen to this. And just give a shout out to the staff that's helping me create this podcast. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time, and it really helps us. And also for me, it really helps me. When people send me thank yous, it melts my heart. It melts my heart. Gratitude is everything. And I want you to know that it's so funny. As I'm speaking now, I'm remembering that I worked with my coach. I have a coach, a phenomenal coach. And I worked with him this week on the fact that I went out of my way to help somebody. And I really went out of my way to help this person. And I was not shown gratitude. And not only was I not shown gratitude, it was as if it didn't happen. And the spotlight was, I can't even explain what it was, but it was more than not getting. So a lot of times people forget to say thank you or people oversee or whatever. whatever, but it was diverted. And the pain was so strong because I gave above and beyond for myself, and the pain was really strong. And I was telling my coach that I felt so weird. Like I felt so low. Like, are you doing this because you want to be recognized? Or are you doing this because you really believe in doing good when somebody else is hurting, or you want to give? Like, what is the motivation? I was feeling very low about myself. I was like, why am I even thinking about this? Why is this even bothering me? And he said, recognize that as much as we want to be good, we're human and we always want to be recognized. And I gave myself permission to be acknowledged, because sometimes I spoke about this in the previous episodes about, oh, no, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. No, accept the gratitude. Accept it and be okay with it, and recognize that what you did was nice and okay, and you went out of your way. When you say thank you to me, it really gives me energy. But more than all, my staff is tremendous help to me, and I would never be able to be here talking to you or doing any of this without them. So I want you to take a moment, 30 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever you have, to put it in writing or a voice note or whatever it is. Technology is so sophisticated nowadays. There's so many ways to say thank you. And tell the Hope to Recharge staff and community and all the other listeners that are helping us improve this show and helping us make this show special. Give a moment of acknowledgement, and we will all appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming with me on this journey of gratitude and pain to gratitude of joy. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Bye till next time. Thank you for joining us and taking the time to listen. I really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button so you can hear further episodes. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please leave feedback and ratings below. Let us know if there's any topic that you would like to hear from us in the future. Bye till next time.